And again, maybe to reiterate the message that we spoke about yesterday, because it becomes very, very difficult to speak about football when there's so much happening, particularly in our own country. And we would like to once more extend our sincerest condolences to the bereaved in South Africa. We are currently experiencing a very difficult time where we have floods. And the floods have engulfed the KZN region, which is one of the biggest provinces in our country. And because of that, we've lost so many lives. And so sincere, heartfelt commiserations to the bereaved and those that are affected by it. Yeah, and as we always say, football is the most important of the least important things in life. And it becomes, as I said earlier, becomes very difficult to just speak about that without extending our prayers and our heartfelt feelings, support to our South Africans. But we are very clear that we are playing probably one of the best placed runners-up in the groups in the Champions League in Petro.
Mas nós temos consciência que estamos a jogar talvez com a melhor das segundas classificadas na fase de grupos, que é o Petro.
They qualified from a very difficult group.
Qualificaram-se de grupo muito difícil.
And of course, after 2 years of trying, it's third time lucky for them to reach the quarterfinals.
E depois de 2 tentativas, a terceira foi de vez, como se costuma dizer.
They're a team that is currently sitting first in the Angolan League.
Está em primeiro no seu campeonato.
They've done extremely well last season, even to win the domestic cup.
Estão muito bem, incluindo o facto de terem ganho a Taça de Angola no ano passado.
They're a very well-coached side, a side that has a huge Portuguese influence, a league or a country from that perspective in the football sense that has, in my opinion, probably the most progressive and creative thinking coaches.
Tem uma grande influência portuguesa, que na minha opinião individual e honesta é dos países com a maior influência em termos de crescimento, em termos de treinamento. Portanto, Portugal é dos melhores para mim.
The Portuguese League is a league that I watch a lot in relation to trying to learn about the advancement of football.
É um campeonato que o campeonato português é um campeonato que eu particularmente acompanho muito para aprender sobre aquilo que estão a ser as novas tendências de treinamento do futebol.
So when you think of a team that is coached and has huge Portuguese influence and is coached by one of the best Portuguese coaches on the African continent.
Portanto, quando você pensa numa equipa que está a ser treinada por um dos melhores treinadores portugueses a atuar no continente africano,
then you know that you're playing against a very good side.
Portanto, você sabe logo que está a jogar contra uma grande equipa.
And then, of course, because they've got some very good players.
E porque também têm bons jogadores.
Jared, Yano, Gleason, Suarez. Very good players with a huge technical foundation.
Portanto, jogadores bons com boas fundações técnicas, bases técnicas.
And a team that can hurt us in many different ways.
E uma equipa que pode naturalmente dar cabo de nós ou marcar contra nós, afetar-nos de diferentes maneiras.
It's a team that is very similar in terms of the playing concepts to us.
É uma equipa que, em termos de conceitos futebolísticos, é quase similar, se não mesmo igual à nossa.
They average about 56% ball possession, particularly in their home games.
Nos seus jogos em casa têm conseguido cerca de 50% a 55% da posse de bola.
Over 400 passes per match.
Cerca de 400 passes por jogo.
They create around about 7 key passes that create key scoring situations on average per 90 minutes.
Conseguem cerca de 7 bons passes que dão em golo. 7 bons passes que dão em golo em 90 minutos.
They want to keep the ball, they want to dominate and make you suffer.
querem segurar a bola, querem dominar e fazer-te sofrer.
But we are also a very good side with very good players.
Mas também somos uma boa equipa com bons jogadores.
And we know where we have to be able to be very strong tomorrow.
E nós sabemos aonde nós podemos atacar e onde somos fortes para o jogo da manhã.
And as part of our culture at Sundowns, we are here to try to win the match.
E como é parte da nossa cultura no Sundowns, nós estamos aqui para tentar vencer amanhã.
And we'll do the best that we can with that regard.
E vamos dar o nosso melhor neste quesito.
Coach, falou bem, deu para ver que conhece bem a equipa do Petro. Disse que vão fazer tudo. Qual é o tudo que vão fazer para poder contrariar o Petro de Luanda?
Coach, from your introduction, it shows that you know well who you'll be playing against tomorrow. And when you say you'll do your best, everything to try and win, what is that best? What is that everything?
Well, everything means we keep our identity. We are a big club. We have a responsibility to our South Africans, and we have a responsibility to Mamelodi Sundowns to play the Sundowns way.
Nós somos uma equipa grande, forte, com a nossa identidade. E nós vamos naturalmente, quando digo que vamos fazer tudo, é manter a nossa identidade, porque temos responsabilidades para com os Sundowns, com os sul-africanos e para com o futebol africano.
We have a responsibility to impose our personality on the pitch.
Temos a responsabilidade de impor a nossa personalidade no campo.
We have a responsibility to the Sundowns family, the fans, to play in a way that is synonymous with the club that they support.
Temos a responsabilidade de jogar de acordo com aquilo que os nossos fãs, os nossos adeptos identificam-se melhor no Sundowns.
The currency at Sundowns is a lot greater than at many clubs.
A concorrência no Sundowns é maior do que qualquer outro clube.
Where winning has very little value without style.
Onde só ganhar sem estilo, sem jogar bem, tem pouco significado.
There's a certain way that our supporters want to see us play.
Há uma forma em que os nossos adeptos nos querem ver jogar.
But to play well and not win,
mas jogar bem e não ganhar,
is poetic.
É poesia.
And we want to be a team that plays well and wins.
Mas por isso nós queremos ser uma equipa que joga bem e que ganhe também.
And then that's perfection.
E isto é perfeição.
So we chase that perfection every single match.
E, portanto, nós estamos a cada jogo atrás desta perfeição.
Not always possible.
Não é sempre possível.
Because this is football.
Porque é futebol.
But we try.
Mas nós tentamos.
And that's what we will do tomorrow.
E isso é que nós vamos fazer amanhã. Espera só. Guys, please come in if you want to. Sorry, I'm just speaking to the... David, Veli, Jerry. Any question from you? Yes, please go ahead, David.
It's David.
Yes, sir.
Hi, Dave.
How are you, Coach?
Very well, thanks. How are you, Dave?
I'm good. Thanks for the nice words, for the pictures of those horrible floods. Coach, I just wanted to ask an injury update from your side. There have been some players in and out of the team. Can you just give us an update who's available for the next round? Thank you.
David quer apenas saber sobre as lesões, se tem algum jogador lesionado para o jogo da manhã. Please go ahead, Coach.
I think someone's also waiting.
Yeah.
Thanks, Dave. Not much has changed from the status quo prior to Golden Arrows. We are sitting with the same list. It's quite a long list, but the good thing is we've recovered Tapelo Morena, so Tapelo Morena has joined us in camp. But apart from that, the injury list remains the same. I want to translate.
That's fine. Any question? Any more?
África do Sul e Angola estão muito próximos, já no país irmão. Em Angola tem muitos sul-africanos brasileiros. Qual é a mensagem que gostaria de passar para os irmãos sul-africanos em Angola para o jogo da manhã?
Coach, Angola and South Africa are brothers because they are close by, and we've got a lot of South Africans in Angola as well. So, what would be your message to those South Africans living in Angola for the match tomorrow?
Well, hopefully they, although they are adopted Angolans, but hopefully tomorrow they are patriotic.
Apesar de serem angolanos adotados, a minha esperança é que amanhã sejam patrióticos.
And hopefully that they support and understand that Mamelodi Sundowns is not Mamelodi Sundowns without its people.
E que percebam que o Mamelodi Sundowns não é Mamelodi Sundowns sem o seu povo.
And its people are South Africans.
E o seu povo é o povo sul-africano.
And when we come to the stage, we don't just represent the yellow nation.
Portanto, quando nós chegamos a este estágio ou a esta fase da competição, nós não representamos só a nação amarela, como eles são conhecidos na África do Sul.
But we represent the 60 million plus South Africans.
Mas nós representamos os cerca de 60 milhões de sul-africanos.
And let's hope that tomorrow they come with a yellow regalia.
E esperar, naturalmente, que amanhã venham com as suas bandeiras amarelas.
And come and support the best team from South Africa.
Venham e apoiem a melhor equipa sul-africana. Jerry?
Coach, let's just comment Petro Atletico. I mean, I've been looking at just training in the group stages. Unbeaten at home. Very effective, and especially against the team that also won the group good at as well. I don't think they've been also very consistent in scoring goals. I think it's only the game against Saturday. So it tells you of how dangerous they are at home, which leads me to maybe your approach in this first game.
Thanks, David. Well, as I mentioned, they are possession orientated. They are a team that wants to have most of the ball.
Now you can just go through it.
Oh, okay. Well, they are possession orientated. They are a team that wants to have most of the ball. They can hurt you in many, many different ways. When you categorize them of the last 8 teams, you have a clear understanding that they very dominant in possession, as I said, averaging over 400 passes per 90 minutes, averaging on average 56 from between 56-58% ball possession. But they also rank amongst the highest in the last 8 teams in the quarterfinals in the number of shots that end from counterattacks. So you've got to be very wary of how you go about playing the match. If you sit back, like if you look at Wydad when they came here and they lost 2-1, they reinforced the block a little bit. They sat back, tried to absorb pressure, but Petro have the qualities to be able to find Jarede, to find the number 14 Maguire in between the lines, to find Gleeson in between the lines. If Job is playing, he's got possibilities also to overload the midfield. Aruzao is similar to Yano. They like to play for space behind. So if you then try and go very aggressive on the press and you give possibilities for space behind, then you've also got problems, because if you stop them from playing in between the lines, then they've also got the possibilities to hurt you with the ball behind the defensive line, in particular from Suarez, from Magu, the number 14, to find these possibilities behind your defensive line. So, and then also they've got very good counter-attacks. As I said, they are second in terms of the number of shots that they get from regains. They also can threaten you on set pieces. So we have to be very flexible tomorrow. We have to be a team that is a chameleon. A chameleon doesn't change its nature, doesn't change the fact that it's a reptile, but it adapts to its conditions. And tomorrow we are going to have that personality. You watched Man City against Atletico the other day, and Man City are a team that wants to be dominant on the ball. They go away to Madrid, and Atletico, knowing that they're chasing the result and try to play in a way that is dominant and in their face. Man City camouflaged themselves and adapted to the situation and absorbed the pressure and played the way the game was supposed to be played. So we understand that, and we're going to try and be chameleons tomorrow, try to be adaptive to what the game says in different phases, but also make sure that we move into the second leg with control of our own destiny, and that's going to be the most important thing. We have to play the 90 minutes in a way that says to us, we decide how we play the second leg in South Africa.
Guys, I also have Brian Onyango here, if you've got a question for him.
And as dark as he is, there's a lot of light for us to be able to pick up that he's sitting here next to us.
Mine's open. So I'm just going to move this closer to Brian.
Yeah. Yep.
So that I have him. Okay.
And I think I'm going to do this also.
There's Brian.
You're more than welcome.
Thank you. Speak Spanish.
No, obrigado.
Obrigado.
And don't worry, we have enough light for
I hope they'll see me.
É só queria saber. Está nervoso, é a primeira vez que vem jogar em Angola. Qual é o conhecimento que ele tem acerca de
Qual é o conhecimento
que ele tem acerca do Petro?
Okay. Brian, he wants to know, it's your first time in Angola?
Yes, my first time.
First time playing against Petro. What's your knowledge about the opposition of tomorrow?
Yeah, all I can say is we know what we're facing tomorrow as a team, and we know what is expected from us, and we know how to suffer together as a team, because we know the time tomorrow we'll suffer as a team, and we have come through, and we'll make it.
Sabemos do adversário que vamos ter pela frente amanhã, sabemos das dificuldades que eles nos podem e nos vão criar, estamos preparados para ganhar e também para sofrer juntos, porque momentos haverá em que nós vamos ter de sofrer. Guys in SA, any question for Brian? If don't, then I think just finish it off, because my guys need to go train.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Okay. No, I've got a question for Coach Rulani.
Yes.
For coach? I'm done with the coach, man.
Oh, okay.
No, please go ahead. I'm playing.
Okay.
go ahead.
No.
Just tell me.
I was going to say, Coach, I'm reminded of the game in the semi-final in West Point 2016, and the importance of the away goal, and I guess it becomes crucial in such a game in this knockout. Well, Sundowns has been able to score more than one away goals, but I think this is one weekend where it becomes more important, and also if you can emphasize maybe the importance of having the VAR from this stage.
Look, it would be a first experience for us. Fortunately, I was fortunate enough to speak to Victor Gomez about the VAR and how it works. So we'll experience it for the first time tomorrow. We've spoken to the players about it and its influence on the proceedings over 90 minutes. But we're looking forward to having it, particularly because the games have a lot at stake, and of course the purpose of the VAR is to try to minimize refereeing errors. So we hope that that assists us a little bit tomorrow. But yeah, as you said, with the away goals rule, we haven't had a lot of problems playing away from home, and even from last season, we've been a team that travels very well. And I think one of the major reasons is something that Brian Onyango alluded to, is that we are a team that has a very good spirit. We are a team that bases a lot of our work, our fundamental schemes and processes on the pitch are based a lot on the work ethic that we put onto the pitch. So it's going to be the same tomorrow. We're going to work hard. We're going to suffer together in the difficult moments. And we are going to try to impose ourselves in a way that allows us to score away goals, but that's not really up to what we want to be thinking about and be influenced by. We want to be thinking about trying to win the football match, and for us that's the number one focus.